We're going on a trip, on an adventure.
Yeah, if someone would open the gate.
Oh.
I just keep them satisfied.
So Julia and I just picked up our VW bus for the next 4 nights. We have decided to rent at Indie Campers. If you've watched my vlog from 1 year ago, we also rented Indie Campers and we were really happy with them, especially since they're comparably cheap. There's also a couple of other companies, I think like Siesta Campers, but Indie Campers is definitely cheaper, so that's what we rented. We got super lucky because they gave us a bus with automatic gear, which is just so much nicer to drive, and we didn't even pay for that, so yay. And now Julia's driving first. How's it driving the big bus?
So nice, I love driving the van.
And it's easier with automatic, right?
Yeah, it's so nice.
And we are just so excited to be like traveling around with the bus because yeah, we both just love it. We don't really have like a fixed route yet. We are just going to be driving down towards the Algarve now. There is one place where we want to stop at that someone has recommended to me, so we'll probably do that. And yeah, I think so far it looks like we're going to be driving for like 2.5–3 hours, but I'll keep you posted. I'm so excited for van life. Yay! So I thought I'd give you guys a little tour of the bus we rented and how we put all our stuff in, so in case you're planning to do the same, you've got an idea of what it looks like. First of all, so we're at a camping spot right now, and when we're at the camping spot, we've got this cable that connects the bus to this little electricity pole over there. And you know, that's quite nice because that way we can charge up our laptops, our cameras, drone, all that electronic stuff. You can't really do that whilst you're driving because otherwise it will empty the car battery. Now here in the back of the bus we put both of our suitcases. Julia and I have decided to use our douche bags, which are really great because you can fit both of them in. I think with suitcases they both wouldn't fit, so we've just put them here. And when we need the clothes, we just like slide it out and, you know, get whatever we need. And then here it's like a little storage compartment where we've put some of the clothes that we know we're gonna wear a lot. So we have set up the sleeping area, and Julia and I have actually decided not, because you can make this bed area into a sitting area, as you probably know, but we've decided just to leave it in a sleeping area because that way we don't have to, you know, make the bed every single night. Now it's made wherever we are, we can have a nap wherever we are. So let's get in here. This is the sleeping area. The camper came with like 2 pillows and, you know, the bed sheets and stuff, but I highly recommend that you guys bring your own pillows because their pillows are kind of disgusting. So just bring your own pillows. And okay, what do we have in here?
Towels.
And your towels, exactly. So in here, got another storage area up here where you can like put stuff. We've put our pullovers here. And then in here there's a fridge. We don't really have a lot of food, but if you have food you can store it here. You can also cook, which we're not doing because food in Portugal is generally quite cheap. Then as you can see, we're currently charging everything because we're connected to the electricity. Here we've got even more storage area. So you have quite a lot of space. And what you can do as well, you can put the roof up, so potentially someone else can sleep, you know, in the roof. I don't know if you say it like this, but if you put it up you also have more space. When we're standing, we obviously don't drive with the passenger seat like this, so when we drive we turn it around, but it's quite nice when you're standing because that way, you know, you can sit there and like chat to the person that's sleeping, so it's pretty good. Oh, and this bus gets completely dark because you can just pull down the blinds. You can do it all around, so when you sleep it's like nice and dark and you don't wake up. And I sleep so well in the bus. Like, I think some people think that when you go sleep in the bus, like, it's gonna be uncomfortable, but it's the best sleep of my life. I think you can approve, Julia? Yes. Yes. Good morning, guys! It was our first night in the bus. We drove down to the Algarve yesterday and we found, you know, a random camping place on Google Maps. Put the bus there, set everything up, and, you know, just slept, and it was so nice. I sleep so well in the bus. Such a good night's sleep. Do you think it's too tired because Julia didn't want to sleep next to me in the beginning?
It was totally fine.
You just put on your little sleeping mask and then it's Julia. She can't live without her sleeping mask. But yeah, such a good sleep, and now we're gonna get the day started. So Good morning guys, for the second time. As I said before, we've driven down to Lagos yesterday and now Julia and I are ready. We're going to check out the first beach. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, so we're going to take some photos. Hopefully there's not going to be a lot of people yet. It's called Praia do Camilo. And I literally cannot pronounce anything Portuguese. I think it's kind of hard to pronounce, but I remember I was here last year and it was so nice. So we're gonna go. You ready, Julia?
Yes.
We made it to the beach, guys, and there's pretty much no one here yet because it's so early. Well, it's 9 o'clock, and I really love this beach. It's so cool, you know, with the stairs and the view. It's incredible.
I've been waiting, won't give up on you. I am waiting, always waiting for.
Okay guys, taking a picture was a little bit tricky because there was too much shadow before, so we waited a bit, and now the water looks way nicer, it looks way bluer, but there are also more people at the beach, so I don't know, you kind of have to weigh it up and see what you care about more. But we waited a little bit and now there's a few people in the background which we're just gonna Photoshop away. So if you come to locations like these, I always recommend going early because that way there's less people around and it's easier for you to take photos. And also because it's October now, it's obviously not as busy as it gets in August. The sun rises later, so you know, you have more time, you can sleep in longer, and in general there's way less people now than during like August. And as you can see, it's still not like super busy, but there are a couple of people by the beach, and somehow when we were taking photos they were all over, and also, you know, on the water there was lots of kayaks, boats. So yeah, it does get busier now. What time is it now, Julia? 10. Okay, so come around 9. What would you recommend?
9:30 is when we came.
9:30 is good. So after taking photos, we have just changed in the bus. And Julia, what do you say about the bus? It's like a
little, like what the snails have.
like a snail house.
Like what the snails have, the shell of the snail.
Yeah,
So
like
you
how
always
do you
have your
call
home
it?
with you.
Yeah, exactly, because you can drive anywhere and you've got like everything. You've got, you know, your clothes, your, I don't know, toiletry bag, everything. So it's like a snail house.
Yeah.
If it's not snail house, if we're wrong, please correct us in the comments, because in German it's Schneckenhaus. But Schneckenhaus. So Julia and I are about to have breakfast at this place here. It's called Abigail's Cafe in Lagos, and the menu's looking so good. I think I'm gonna get the saibo, and then you can add peanut butter. What are you gonna get, Julia?
Avocado toast.
Okay, the food's looking very good. I've gotten the saibo with extra peanut butter, and it's got pieces, so it's like crunchy. I love that. Julia's got avocado toast with poached eggs. I also have a green juice. And what do you have? What's your smoothie?
Like cow and stuff.
Oh, it looks good. I try it.
Oh, good.
Welcome to Janine's food vlog. Where are we right now, Julia?
Bowls and burritos.
Beets and burritos.
Beets and burritos.
And Julia loves Mexican food. This is our starter. Okay, so I made this bowl. It's like a DIY bowl. Is that how you say it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is vegan feta cheese, so I'm very excited to try it. Got some sweet potato, and Julia's got some tacos. Yummy! Julia, what happened?
Oh my god, it escalated so quickly.
We got this is a vegan chocolate brownie dessert. Oh my god, it looks so good. Oh my god, it's warm. Good morning guys, Julia and I are currently, where are we? Do you remember the name, Julia? It's a quiz.
No.
Punta Piedade,
Yeah.
which is like a must visit place when you're in Lagos. Like it's like iconic. It's iconic. But no, yeah, you definitely must go here. What time is it now? We're early again because we want to avoid, what did you say?
It's now 9 o'clock. We got here at like 8:30.
Yeah.
Sunrise is at 7, so that's quite good.
Yeah, it's a good time because there's not a lot of people here, but later, like the tourist buses are gonna come here and like dump tourists.
Dump them.
Boo! Go and enjoy. But it's really beautiful. Like, I highly recommend you go here. And you know, I think I'm actually gonna stop talking now. I'm just gonna insert some footage because
Let
yeah.
nature speak for itself.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
Why are you angry at me? Julia, why are you angry at me?
I'm angry because Janine can't navigate.
Because,
Doesn't know how to use Google Maps.
yeah, I've led us in the wrong direction like twice now.
And now we're walking in the wrong direction for the 3rd time. I'm like, give me the phone. Let mama take over.
Okay, I trust you. We're so hungry. Because the restaurant that Julia managed to navigate us to, the one
No,
we...
so I will tell you what happened.
Okay, you do it.
First, we wanted to go to one restaurant. It was too busy.
Yeah, it was so busy.
So Janine navigated us wrong 3 times to the next restaurant. On the 4th time, I found it, and it was too full. Also, they wanted us to put us on the guest list. On the waiting
VIP
list.
guest list.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm hungry. I don't have time for this.
Yeah, there
And
was
now,
like so
now we have
many
to
people
walk
waiting.
6 minutes again to the next one.
Well,
I know.
which is the next one? Is what we went to yesterday.
Yeah, but it's like I'm exhausted.
The one we went to yesterday was good and it wasn't that busy, so we were just like, okay, whatever, we're gonna go there again.
Yeah.
No, check it. We finally got breakfast and we did not only go to the same place as yesterday, we also got exactly the same thing, so yay, here's to being creative. But I also got the same smoothie that Julia got yesterday. What is it? It's like chocolatey?
Chocolate.
We've got 2 more nights left in Portugal, and as you know from this video, we've spent the last 2 ones at the Algarve, and Julia and I had to make a decision whether we wanted to go, you know, further down the Algarve towards Faro, I think that's how you say it, or do something else. And if you've watched my previous vlog, you know that before we rented the bus, we were staying at a surf camp in Ericeira, and we kind of did fall in love with that little town because the vibe there is really nice, you know, the whole like surf scene, and I don't know, I just really liked it there, and so did Julia. So when we're thinking about what we're gonna do for our last 2 nights, we're like, why don't we just drive up to Ericeira, because we're gonna spend the last night kind of close to Lisbon anyway, because it's easier to return the bus. So yeah, we've decided to drive back up there. We've been driving for the last, how many hours? 3 hours?
Yeah.
Last 3 hours, and now we've got like 10 more minutes left, and then we're gonna be back at Ericeira. And the plan is to get some food, and then tomorrow we want to take another surfing lesson. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to drive back up there because we thought about it, and the only reason why we would have gone to the other places would have been because they're like cool spots to take photos. But then, you know, Julia and I, we said that, you know, taking photos shouldn't be our priority for planning a trip. Like, obviously it's good if you can take nice photos, but we said, you know, we should just rather do something where we really want to go instead of just focusing on getting Instagram content, which, you know, I think you kind of tend to forget, especially if it's like your job to take pictures. You're just like all about photos, which shouldn't be. It should really be more about, like, you know, what makes you happy. So that's what we're doing now. We're back in Ericeira, and we have decided to park our bus here by this viewpoint to watch the sunset, and it's so nice. Love it. And it's so cozy just to sit in here. No. And yeah, enjoy the view. Ooh, look, the sun. Oh, that sun flare. Wow. How do we enjoy chilling in the back of the bus? So nice. Are you gonna take a nap?
Yeah.
You think you said the sunset is gonna be nice? I hope so. Let's see. But it's so peaceful. I just like it because, like we said, you have your little snail house and you can just chill, lie down, take a nap wherever you are whilst you're watching the sunset. It's really cool. So we're currently having breakfast at this really cute coffee shop in Ericeira. It's called Magic River, I think, Coffee and Daily. And I have an acai bowl, switching things up. And Julia's got an avocado toast. And I asked him to put peanut butter on top and check how much I put.
So much.
Like,
I'm so jealous of the peanut butter.
And the acai is really good because the proper acai, I think, has to be kind of like, can you see how frozen it is? I think this is how it's supposed to be. Hello guys, I asked you on Instagram if you have any questions regarding our road trip here in Portugal or in regards to renting the bus, so I'm going to answer them now, put them on my phone. So one of the most asked questions was, where did you book the van and how much was it? So we rented with Indie Campers, and the reason why we rented with them was because when I was here last year I also rented with them and I was really happy with them. I've also looked at a couple of other websites and they were cheaper than Siesta Campers, for example. Siesta Campers is another quite popular like van rental place here in Portugal. So what we did is we booked online, and when you book online you have to pay 50% up front. and we paid 59 euros per day. We've got a VW California bus, so 59 euros per day. And then because we're not over 25, we had to choose the standard insurance package. There are 3 different ones, and the standard one is like the middle one. And if you're not 25 years old or older, you can only choose the standard one, and that standard insurance was 19 euros per day, which makes it a total of 78 euros per day. Can you guys hear the ocean? Because we're currently parked right by the ocean, which is why yeah, you've got that background sound. So what's included in the price, you've got the possibility to have 2 drivers, unlimited kilometers, so you can drive as much as you want. It comes with a bedding, so like 2 pillows and a duvet. It doesn't come with towels. Cooking equipment, so you can cook if you want to. Road assistance as well. Next question, do you cook in the van or do you eat in restaurants? So with the van, you can definitely cook. You've got the possibility to do it. You've got like a stove, a fridge, and the kitchen equipment that you can use, so you definitely can. But the thing is, we're not here for very long, and the food in Portugal is really affordable, which is why we didn't even take the cooking equipment. We just said we're gonna eat out all the time, and the food here is so amazing. They've got so much healthy options. So yeah, Jolie and I decided just to eat out because we love the food here and it's really affordable. Where do you park at night? And that's a very good question. So here in Portugal, there are a lot of places where you can park. What I would do is I would just go and park somewhere where there's a lot of other campers, because that way, you know, you're not going to be the only person and it's less sketchy. But yeah, a lot of people just park in like yeah, you'll just see like all the campers are usually together. There are certain areas where you're not allowed to park, but there will be like a big sign, so I wouldn't recommend parking there. But Jolie and I, we've always gone to like a campsite every night, just because by the campsite you can connect the bus with the electricity, you can charge your stuff, you can use the bathroom, you can use a shower, and that's quite nice. But it's definitely not a must. So if I would do this again, I would definitely do like wild camping for one night, and then maybe the next night go to a campsite so I can shower. Oh, and the campsites were around 25 euros a night, which is a bit pricey. So if you do this trip for longer, I definitely wouldn't recommend going to a campsite every night. I don't think I would do it again. Okay, the last question that I wanted to mention is, someone asked, where do you shower, use the toilet? And that's a very valid question. So as I said, we always went to a campsite, so there you can, you know, shower, wash your hair, use the bathroom. If you're camping in the wild, so like not at a campsite, there are these special, like, I'm actually just looking at a bus which is right opposite of us, and he's got this little shower bag. So it's basically like a bag that you fill up with water, and it's got like, see this thing? Oh yeah. Yeah, and then you can just use that like as a shower. Use a toilet, you've got, you know, nature. Nature is your nature is your bathroom. So yeah, I mean, like, if I didn't have that random shower pack that this guy has, I'd just use like a water bottle and like rinse myself. But yeah, you're not gonna have like the best shower of your life. So if you're camping in the wild, you just like, you know, make things happen, and otherwise just go to a campsite if that's important to you. So I hope I answered some of your questions, because yeah, I think it's nice if you have someone like telling you this kind of stuff, because that's also things I asked myself before I went camping with a bus for the first time. So here we go. So we're about to return the car. We have just put everything into our suitcases, and I think we're just gonna try and clean the interior a little bit. Like, what is this? Oh, you're grabbing the snacks from the fridge. Yeah, oh my god, your backpack's full. So yeah, we're just gonna return the car now. Hope that it's clean enough and that they don't notice that the fuel's a little less than boom when we got it. So yeah, fingers crossed they don't notice. And then we've got to transfer to the airport, which is nice, because I think, yeah, well, that's included, so we don't have to pay for it. Yeah! Yay! Are you sad to leave? Yeah. I'm so sad. I want to stay. And it's so sunny here still, and everyone in Munich's like, yeah, it's winter here, so fuck that. It's still like proper summer in Portugal. It's crazy. It's so nice. Like, I'm really, really sad to leave. It's one of the trips where I just don't want to leave.